All right, back with another memory, some of my favorite memories of Cougar baseball. This one is about my experience with the state tournament for 1999. So in 1999, I was a senior. It was my last few weeks in high school. I got the opportunity to be part of the Laughlin baseball team, and we had made state. State in 1999 was held at the Meadows in Las Vegas, Nevada. What made the state tournament that year so special to me was kind of that culmination of high school. I had lots of ideas about what my future was going to hold, but I'm still desperately like clinging on to the experiences of high school. Making the most of my senior year and being able to watch and keep score for the Laughlin Cougars. Particularly in that year was special to me because of how closely related it was to kind of like my future. My future, I was springboarding into something different soon, and it was very much that a culminating event of my high school experience. I remember the first day after I think the second game, we were riding home, or not riding home, excuse me. We stayed in a hotel in Las Vegas. So we were riding back to the hotel, and I remember a song coming on the radio. So every time I hear the song anywhere, I have just kind of like a flashback of that weekend. The championship game, we made it to the championship game in 99, and it was a close fought game, back and forth. It was really kind of tight, and being a part of that and experiencing that, there were lots of like emotions at that time, kind of like, I don't want to say sorrow, but kind of sadness, because of the finality with what was happening in front of me. We lost the game in 99, and I remember kind of the feeling of their sitting there thinking, I'll never have the opportunity to keep score for Cougar baseball again. And even though it wasn't like the end of high school, for me, it felt very much like the end of a significant part of high school. Because I spent a lot of time in high school at Cougar Field and with Laughlin baseball. Laughlin or baseball happens March, April, May, so only 3 months in a year. But I spent a lot of my other time working and doing projects around the field. So sitting at the Meadows after the completion of that game, it very, very much felt like a major like door was closing at that particular moment. I still in my head can see the visual of that, and you don't get that type of like sorrow without a little bit of pride. And thinking back at it today, 24 years in the past, even though there was that sadness, it really points to the connection that I had with the program, with the people, and just the things that we had done. I'm proud of having that opportunity. I said in a different video the fact that I kept score for three out of the 4 years that I was in high school for state. In 1996, I kept score because state was held at Cougar Field, and 98 and 99 because our team made the tournament. We were playing well into the tournament. We played in the championship games, and having that opportunity built a lot of things in me. Dedication and perseverance are two big things that I talk about a lot. I've gone on to a profession. I have I've gone to college. I have an undergraduate degree, a master's degree, and I talk to kids about about perseverance, and the the experience of being a part of a baseball program that had no tradition, had very little tradition. I shouldn't say no tradition, had very little tradition, and being able to be a part of a foundational piece of that, has had a big impact on me, not just while I was in high school, but during my time, my formation time in college, and in the things that I do every day. Being able to express those things, and know that like my dedication to things that are important, in part come because of those struggles that we had as a team, make me proud. And I would love to go back and the outcome of the game to be different, but it is what it is. We did the best that we could do, and I hear the idea, oh, that's what losers say. I don't feel that experience, and being an being an alumni member, and wanting the opportunity to just express, hey, we're here for you. We know that these are your formation years, to our young Cougars, our 2023 Cougars. This is your experience. This is your team. This is your time to make formation and develop like personal character, personal perseverance, personal dedication. What we practice, how we go about our life, in the times that it may not matter as much, when things may not be on the line, become how we act it out, when things are on the line, when things are about this decision or that decision, big life decisions. Practice is just practice, but the more repetition you have with something, the more it becomes a part of you. That time at state, like, I knew that I contributed to a team without picking up a bat. I contributed to the team without throwing a ball, without wearing a glove. And there are lots of intangibles that I as a person brought, but the lesson for me is much bigger than the contributions that I made. The personal character that like gets built up inside, are the things that we have the opportunity as alumnus, as people that are alumni, that come to Cougar Field or go to games in Las Vegas or Needles or other places throughout the state of Nevada, or wherever the Laughlin Cougars are playing. You have the opportunity, and I'm talking to myself, I have the opportunity to show up, be a part of, and contribute to helping individuals who are forming their personal character, who are learning about perseverance and working through those challenges that could stick with them for their whole life.